Welcome to the Jurassic period. The Jurassic period started 208 million years ago and ended 146 million years ago. It is part of the Mesozoic era.
This is Chris Pratt. He's lived in the Jurassic period for a very long time now. He will be showing you around this incredible time period. One thing that Chris doesn't like about the Jurassic period is that there weren't any flowery plants. There were ferns, ginkgos, cycads, redwoods, cypresses, and many more. The Jurassic period is unique because they had the biggest land animal of all time, the Diplodocus. Its length was 90 feet and it had a height of 16 feet. It weighed around 39,000 pounds.
This is what the world looked like during the early Jurassic period. The supercontinent Pangaea had began to break apart. During the middle of the Jurassic period, you can clearly see two distant land masses, the northern and the southern mass. The northern mass contained North America, Europe, and Asia. The southern mass contains South America, Africa, Australia, Antarctica, and India.
During the late Jurassic period, you can see that the northern and southern masses have broken apart even further.
The climate during the Jurassic period was humid, drippy, and subtropical. The temperature was around 63 degrees Fahrenheit to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Mountains on the sea floor rose, causing sea levels to rise and push onto the continents. All of the water caused the dry desert from the previous period to turn luscious and green.
Chris Pratt recommends that the traveler packs shorts, tennis shoes, hats, visors, sunscreen, bug spray, and weapons of defense. These things are all essential to your survival and happiness during a trip to the Jurassic period. There are many different interesting animals and organisms that lived during this time. Here are a few of Chris Pratt's favorites.
Our personal favorite is the Brontosaurus. The Brontosaurus is a long-necked dinosaur that stood 40 to 50 feet tall and was about 85 feet long. It weighed about 33 to 88 tons. This dinosaur was a herbivore, which means it only eats plants. If you can come across this dinosaur on your trip, there's no need to worry. The Brontosaurus is a sort of a gentle giant.
Next we have the Allosaurus. This dinosaur was about 40 feet long and 10 feet tall. The Allosaurus looked almost like a T-Rex, just smaller and with longer arms. If you see an Allosaurus on your trip, you might want to get your weapon of defense ready. This dinosaur was a carnivore, so you could look like a Happy Meal to him.
Here was the Stegosaurus. The Stegosaurus may look scary because of the arm plates on his back and the heavy spikes on his tail, but there is no need to fear. This dinosaur is a herbivore, so he'll only attack you in the situation of defense. If you leave him alone, he'll leave you alone. Maybe it's best to admire from afar.
Some other interesting organisms that lived during this time were the ferocious giant marine crocodiles.
And the beautiful coral reefs. I wouldn't risk going for a swim though because, as said previously, the waters are populated with some giant marine crocodiles that wouldn't mind a little seaside dining.
Eat or be eaten, that is the question. Sadly, during the Jurassic period, you are more likely to be eaten due to the large predators that thrive during this time. That is why it is recommended by Chris Pratt that you bring one or more weapons of defense in your carry-on bag. Along with animals, there was a large variety of plant life during the Jurassic period. Here are just a few. This is a picture of a palm tree-like cycad that was popular during this time period due to the tropical-like climate.
Pine trees were also popular during the Jurassic period. And finally, there were lots of ginkgos, a sort of non-flowery plant.
There were many organisms that first appeared during the Jurassic period, but with the help of Chris Pratt, we are going to show you just a few. Here is a Ceratosaurus, another T-Rex-like dinosaur. Plant-eating sauropods, such as the Diplodocus and the Brachiosaurus, also first appeared during this time period. And finally, the Pterosaurus, the first flying reptile, also appeared during the Jurassic period. Towards the end of the Jurassic period, there was a small mass extinction which caused many different organisms to disappear. Here are a few of them. Most of the sauropod dinosaurs, like the Diplodocus and the Brachiosaurus, disappeared.
Many of the marine reptiles also disappeared. The armed gentle giant, the Stegosaurus, also became extinct during the Jurassic period.
And that concludes our tour. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you have a great time during your trip to the Jurassic period.
Here are our sources.